All right, good morning, good morning. It is 4:45 in the morning. Bright and early Monday. No, is it Monday? Yes, it's Monday. Happy Monday. We are 11 weeks out now. Ticked over on Saturday, so another week in the bag. Another week of prep to look forward to. Exciting times. The diet break has concluded, so we are back to digging. And the fat loss shall continue into this week, which I'm actually really excited about. Was quite happy with the visuals on Sunday. Definitely reflected a little bit fuller, but nothing crazy. Overall, I wouldn't say fat was lost last week, which was the goal, obviously being a diet break. But overall, things held nicely. And I was just happy with my posing as well, to be honest. I think I was just displaying my physique a little bit better. But we are stuck straight into morning cardio this morning, so basically how my mornings work. I'll get up at about 4:30 at the moment, most mornings, unless of course I've got a busier one, then I might have to get up a little bit earlier, but 4:30 is probably the latest I will wake up. I will then use the bathroom and weigh myself every single morning. After that, the next focus is hydration, so I'll immediately start drinking water, knowing that, I've got to be on the bike in about 15 minutes, so I want to make sure I'm completely hydrated before I do that. And then after that, I'll get to taking all of my fat burners. So with regards to that fat burning stack, I think I might actually do a whole video on that and what that sort of fasted fat burning protocol looks like, and maybe do a bit of an educational video on what I'm taking, why I'm taking it, and how it all works. I think that'll be pretty cool and something a lot of people would find interesting. Nonetheless, I've got 20 minutes to do on the bike. I've pretty much only just started here, so I'm going to knock this out, have a shower, and then shoot over to Chasing Better to hit my PT session. Not hit him, literally, to do my PT session. But yeah, I've only got one PT session this morning, which is cool. So I've actually got a bit of an exciting day today, I guess. Exciting for me. Samantha and I are going to go try out this new cafe. I don't think it's new, but it's a cafe that one of my clients owns. And he's just invited me out to make me a cup of coffee. So we're going to go check it out. We'll get a coffee there. It looks pretty cool. It's in the city. And then we're going to go to Dohertys to train. So definitely going to bring the camera and get a couple of clips at Dohertys. Once again, it won't be any fancy edits or anything. Probably just a raw few clips of me training. And then probably some posing and stuff like that after as well. But that pretty much wraps up for this clip here, guys. I'm going to smash out this cardio. As you can tell, I'm already out of breath because I'm just hammering away. And you probably don't want to listen to me just breathing heavily for another couple of minutes. So I'll probably pick this back up after my PT session, run you guys through some other bits and pieces. So I'll see you then. We are on our way to get coffee. AM client is all wrapped up. Just the one session this morning, 6 a.m. start, which is good. I actually don't mind just going in for one session, despite what most people would probably think. It's like a bit of a social morning for me. Catch up with one of my clients and then zoom back home to pick up the missus here as we head out to Finn's Espresso in the city. Now, what is interesting to me about this cafe, outside the fact that a client of mine owns it, is that essentially he said they've got a whole bunch of different flavored beans. So I'm pretty keen to try them. Obviously a long black will be consumed today, which I do enjoy. I'm gonna enjoy over the long black, but I'm excited to experiment with a few different potential flavors. I know I need to keep a cap on my caffeine consumption. I don't really want to do more than, we're gonna say 3 shots. If I have too much, it's gonna fuck my workout and I'm gonna feel really shitty and overstimmed after that. Obviously, I've already had a lot of stimulants this morning, being fat burners, so we'll try to keep it to 3 shots. Hopefully he doesn't pour out a whole bunch of samples and I get enticed to want to try everything. But we'll get out there, we'll get ourselves a pre-workout brew, and I'll definitely film the coffee shop and what they got available. And if it's good, you guys should go check it out. And then I brought my pre-workout meal, which I will also grab and I'll snack on that in the cafe as well. So I will catch up with you guys in the cafe. We'll shoot another clip in there and we'll get a few bits and pieces. Sound good?
Woo!
Woo!
I'm just here for the coffee, actually.
Oh, it was good. Very good. You were really good. Sam had a small part in, I noticed.
Wait, tell me again, what did you watch? You watched my YouTube video?
Yeah, the YouTube one. Yeah. Your food one.
Oh, yeah.
Your dad told us what to go on to.
And what did you think of all the food?
She rang up about it. So we're very proud of you, mate. Very good. Carry on doing.
It's funny, I'm filming another one today, so there'll be more coming.
Oh, mate. All right, now we know how to get onto it. We'll keep up with all your presentation. Not that we're going to take much notice of it, although we're having oats for breakfast, so we're doing a little bit of your thing.
Oh, that's so awesome! I'm glad you guys like it.
Oh, you came over quite good, actually.
I'll try keep it PG. I'll try not to swear too much if I know you guys are watching it, but I can have a bit of a foul mouth sometimes.
I heard the F word twice in that presentation.
Yeah, I like the eggs to your balls.
Oh God.
So we just got a very random phone call from Tyler's grandparents. His granddad is 88 and he just rang to call that he saw Tyler's presentation, which was his YouTube video, and he's very proud and that he's trying to change his diet now as well, and he's having porridge in the morning. So Tyler has a new biggest fan.
I don't know if they hopefully they know how to subscribe and like my videos. I'm gonna have to teach them how to do that, so I get maybe one more like from these clips. But God, who would have thought of all people that is going to tune into my YouTube videos that my Nana and Nono would watch it? Oh gosh. Well, I'm gonna have to try and censor myself a little bit, but you know, oh well, should be right.
Maybe we should do a shout out to Ivan and Sue when they watch this one.
Okay. Hello, Nana and Nono. Love you both. Thank you for tuning in. What are we doing, Sam? No, you got camera fright?
Camera fright. No, well, Tyler is having his pre-workout meal, which is cream of rice, berries, and I don't know what that substance is he's pouring in there. What is that?
This is a non-stim pump pre-workout. So I'm using Pump Juice by Transparent Labs. I don't know, I think it's Transparent Labs. Mike Pearson's brand. I'm sure if you're watching this, you're probably familiar. I actually picked it up from the boys at Loyal Nutrition in Malaga. So go down and support them if you need some subs. Not sponsored or anything, just small business, good group of guys. But yes, Sam is correct. We're getting in the pre-workout meal and the pump formula right now. So pre-workout is cream of rice. We're still smacking Tom's recipe right now because it's been so good. I've even got the little spoon. We're using the teaspoon because, you know, not that I'm hungry, but it just makes that meal last a little bit longer. We wrapped up at Finn's Espresso. Sam, what was your opinion on Finn's Espresso?
I feel like I'm not very good at saying if coffee's like good or not, but I just thought mine was really yummy. I got a sea salt caramel latte and it was delicious, and I'm absolutely buzzing now. So yeah, it was really nice, I reckon.
It was very good, actually. I know a good cup of coffee when I see one, and I can humbly say it was a very, very, very good cup of joe. And this is an unbiased opinion. Yes, my client owns the cafe, but I'm always honest, guys. You know that. I'll tell you if it was shit, and it was not shit. So Finn's Espresso in the city. If you're there, check it out. I was going to film. I got like a clip of the beans and stuff like that, but it was like a small hole-in-the-wall cafe, so kind of felt weird to film. There just wasn't a lot of space. So we kind of found this little booth here so I could get my meal in and let that digest. We'll walk back to the car. I'll sip on my pre throughout, get hydrated, and get ready to train at Dohertys. We'll pick the camera up again. There was actually, before we do that, there's one more thing I want to show you guys. So,
Oh, you're very excited about this.
I know, I am very excited. So, I went for a walk yesterday morning, obviously, Sunday ritual, we know that, with one of the homies, and he was asking why I went from a Garmin to an Apple Watch. And to be honest, Garmin Apple Watch doesn't really matter to me. At the end of the day, it's literally just a glorified time teller and step tracker. But this is why I wanted the Apple Watch, purely because they do like cool bands. And you know, basically my whole life revolves around being aesthetic, being a bodybuilder, and I just thought these are super aesthetic. So if you're wondering why I made the switch from Garmin to Apple Watch, I don't think Apple Watch is better. I don't really care. I just thought this was cool. So that is why. Nonetheless, I'm gonna get this meal in. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten yet today, so we're gonna smash this. We're gonna smash this pre-workout,
Can I have a
and
nibble?
then you cannot touch my pre-food. Sam, one rule in this household when I'm prepping: Sam does not get to eat any of my food. When it's the off season, she can have a nibble, but now, no. Yes, we're gonna get this meal in, and then we're gonna go smash push at Dohertys. So we'll probably see you guys at the gym. Yeah, we'll see you guys at the gym. Okay, just pulled up at Dohertys. Pretty great gym. I always love the environment here. It is very much catered towards that bodybuilding lifestyle that we all know and love. So, gonna get stuck into this push day. I'm gonna run you guys through how you want to get set up with your training program if you are training at a different space or a different gym. You know, obviously a lot of you guys will be following some sort of structure, some sort of program, but you might want to venture out. A little bit of a change of scenery, get out your comfort zone a little bit, something along those lines. So you can still adhere to some structure, even if you are in a different training environment or a different gym with different equipment. It's just about sort of delegating volume across that session correctly and training hard. It pretty much is as simple as that. But I'm in the posing room right now, which you can probably see just here. You definitely would be familiar with this posing room if you're into bodybuilding at all in the Perth scene or even the Australian bodybuilding scene, because yeah, the lighting in this room is sick, especially if you get these roller doors open though. They're closed at the moment, but in the summer or when it's a bit sunny and you get these open, oh, the lighting comes out so impeccable. So we'll definitely try to get some posing done here at the end of the session, but I'm gonna launch into it. I'm actually gonna switch this over to my iPhone camera, so it's going to be interesting to see what the quality of this footage is like, but I'm still waiting on this camera lens so I can actually film with my big camera in the gym, but it should be okay. We'll find out if the clips are good. Once again, it's going to be super raw. I'm not going to do any edits or anything like that. I'll probably just film a couple of sets and give a bit of explanation behind what I'm doing. Man, the fucking lighting is really giving me that skull face look here. And yeah, give a bit of explanation on how I'm going to try to set up my session for today so it still aligns with what I'm meant to be doing with my structured program. So let's get stuck into it. I'm keen to hit some push. I'm caffeinated, I'm fueled up, I'm G'd up. Let's get stuck in. All right, so first exercise, seated cable fly is what I would normally be doing. So I know I have 2 sets of a fly variation to start. So normally I would set a bench up in front of a set of cables at Chasing Better where I normally train, but obviously I don't have that equipment available to me here today. So basically I just match it. I know I need to do some sort of fly variation. I have 2 sets. Pec deck's a perfect option, right? It's the same thing, but a little bit different. I'm still loading the pecs in that same lengthened position, exactly like what my program has me doing. So I'm getting virtually the same exercise pattern or movement pattern here with the same amount of volume. Obviously the weight I'm going to be using is going to be a little bit different to what I typically would be, but at the end of the day, what really matters, guys, is training hard and training in a close proximity to failure. So as long as I do that and I'm pushing myself and I'm taking these sets all the way, then I can be rest assured that muscle tissue is being retained throughout this diet. Now, not to say that, you know, you should be training at different gyms every single day and doing different things every single day and only training to failure. I do think it is important to have structure and to be tracking and logging your training. But just in some instances like this, or if you're traveling, you can still stay on track, okay? It's all about making sure that your volume across that session remains the same and you're matching those movement patterns. So this will be my first working set. This stack is pretty light, to be honest, so I've had to put a little bit more weight on it. Even then, I don't know if it's going to be quite heavy enough, so we'll see how we go. This could turn into a set of 20 plus reps, but we'll fuck around and find out. As predicted, that was a set of 25 reps. I might see if I can throw a heavy plate on this, because I do not want to be doing sets of 25. I hope this doesn't break the pin. Should be right. Oh yeah, she's steady. That'll do. Homemade gym pen. Okay. Exercise number 2. So I actually told a bit of a lie in that last clip. I've got 3 sets of a fly. So I did 3 pec fly. Meant to usually be 3 seated cable fly, which we've gone through. That pec deck feels really good, really fucking good. The only issue is it's super light, but the actual contraction, excellent. A lot of this old school flex fitness stuff they got here at Dohertys is such good quality. Really, really like it. They just don't make them like they used to, as they say. So this is the converging chest press. Now, typically I would do the flat hammer strength press, which a lot of people might be familiar with, the pin loaded one. No, plate loaded, sorry. This is very similar to that, only difference being we're sat up rather than lying on our back. This also feels great as well. You're getting a really good stretch, similar to that hammer strength one actually. You can get a lot of depth on that hammer strength plate loaded machine. Same with this, you can actually even adjust where these handles go. So if you want to get more of a stretch, you can. Obviously, how deep you get is largely dependent on your own shoulder mobility. But why I'm a big fan of this one, as well as that hammer strength one, is because of the arm path. These handles will actually converge as you press, and that promotes the arm path you want for your chest training, right? We want to be trying to smash our elbows across our body, driving our bicep into the pec to cause that nice chest contraction. So you'll see here that my hands will almost come together as I'm pressing, and I'm not so much thinking about pressing my hands together, I'm thinking about pressing my elbows and my biceps together. Of course, as always, proud chest, stay up nice and tall here and drive through, okay? I don't want to see people coming over the top of the weight, which you find quite often when they start to fatigue, they'll get on top of it and they start pushing like this. And that's usually a sign that they're just using a hell of a lot of shoulder and front delt, which is obviously not the goal of this machine. So I think this might be a working set. I've got like 8 to 12 rep range here, but we'll see how this feels. We've got 3 plates on each side at the moment, so that's 120 kilos. Not that it really matters for plate loaded stuff, but yeah, in any case, let's get into it. 2 sets here. Make these fuckers count. Okay. Yep. 12. So probably perfect weight. I could probably go a little bit heavier. I would have liked to have gone a little bit heavier on that first one. I actually don't mind hitting almost that bottom end of the rep range on that first set. And then from there, maybe going a little bit down in weights, but hell, that was a good guess, 12 reps. We're gonna run it back. I'll do another one of those. Again, same weight, probably aim for another 10 to 12. We'll see how we go. Oh, till then, I'm gonna get some steps in. Tricep extension. Basic shit, guys, basic shit. I gotta say though, I think Dohertys takes the cake for the highest ever cable setting. Like, I'm tall, but that's really tall. Talk about 4 range of motion. I genuinely have never seen a cable that goes this high. That's got to be like at least 6'9", and I'm 6'7". So 3 sets of a tricep push down next, 8 to 12 rep range. Once again, for a bodybuilding gym, the cable stacks are very light here, so I've gone ahead and had to slap on another 10 kilo plate. Hopefully it will be heavy enough so I can stay within that rep range, but I have a feeling this could look like another 25 rep set, which, you know, I'm not mad about. I don't actually mind high volume, get a good pump, you know, but it's just a little bit frustrating because I also don't really want to do the same exercise for as long as I have to get the required reps to hit failure. But nevertheless, just got to fucking take it as it comes, don't we? So I'm going to shoot for as many as we can. Very simple exercise here. Just blow these triceps up. Okay. Yeah, that's light. All right. So when it's light like this, I'm going to make the most out of every single repetition. Slow eccentrics. Pause at the top, take momentum out, explode down. Squeeze the juice out of it. Every rep, squeeze it. Oh, yep. Oh, all right. Oh, not too bad, 18 reps. Better than what I expected. All right, it's about that time. Pump cover needs to come off. I feel like I got a decent pump today. Decent amount of food in. Well, just one meal. Intra-carbs are in though, so I'm feeling a little bit fuller. Something going on there. A few striations. Definitely not flat, which is good. But the flatness will come. A couple more sets of tries, and then we're into lateral delts. Everyone's favorite. Crucifix lateral raise. Tricep pushdowns are done, 3 sets. I think rep ranges were like 12 to 20 today, but not too concerned, they were good sets. And yeah, that cable height, whack. Nevertheless, crucifix lateral raise next, hitting the lateral delts. For anyone who follows me on Instagram, which I assume would be most people who actually watch this, but if you're not following me on Instagram, you should definitely do it. But I am the delt specialist, okay? Fuck all these glute specialists. They're all frauds anyway. I am a true delt specialist. And if you are not doing these to grow your delts, then I don't know what you're doing. And furthermore, on that, if you're not using these for this exercise, ankle straps for your wrist, what are you doing? These are a game changer for your lateral raises. They're just going to take a lot of pressure and strain off the wrist and the forearm. Really allows you to isolate your medial delts. So pick these up. These were like 15, 20 bucks on Amazon. And they came in a day. If you are interested, I might actually throw the link in the description if I remember to. If I have forgotten, hey, message me on Instagram. I'll get back to you. I'll send you the link. But I think I've got 2 sets here. This is actually, no, it's not. I was going to say this is the same as the one I use at Chasing, but it's not. But I've used this one before. They have it at another gym I train at. So I got a rough idea of how much weight I should be doing, which is good. I also love this exercise. I always get gassed up to do it. It's one of those exercises that I've probably been doing for 2 years straight, consistently, every week. And I look forward to it every week. I think there's also a lot of merit to the body part you enjoy to train, typically the most well-developed. Lo and behold, shoulders, most well-developed body part on me, probably my favorite to train. When then it's sore, however, because my shoulders are also fucked. Anyway, I'm gonna get stuck in this set. Ooh. Come on. Decent set. Those could definitely have been lower, and I realized that immediately, but I was locked in, man. I just want to hit that set hard. One thing as well, before we wrap this clip, lateral delts specifically, I find respond really well to a lot of volume. They have a high capacity for recovery, similar to that of like a bicep or a tricep. Like you can smash these fuckers with 20 plus rep sets and they're gonna recover. You're probably not gonna get super sore. The lateral delts, I can't say my delts have ever been that sore, at least not for a long, long time. So guys, don't be afraid to hit it with a bit of extra volume. Do some partials at the end of your set. My biggest pet peeve is when people just stop at their rep range. Their rep range is 12 to 15, and every single time I check a client's logbook, 3 sets of 15. Pisses me off. So if you've got more in the tank, keep going, especially these smaller body parts that have that higher capacity for recovery. Biceps, triceps, rear delts, lateral delts, calves, if you train calves. I evidently do not. That's a lie, I do 4 sets a week. Anyway, I got some more shit to do. Almost done though. Then we'll hit some posing. And thus completes push day at Dohertys. Now in the posing room, take a quick look at the physique, shall we? Now I apologize if this is going to be clinking around on my chains. If it is, I might even put my hat on and attach it to that, but we'll see. We'll just see how we go, shall we? Okay. Sorry. All right. So this is how we are looking. I have no idea what this lighting's going to be like, but let's have a look. I can always tell when I'm holding water. I always hold water like right here, you know? My abs just aren't as crisp. It's always after I finish training. I think it could be because of my intra workout. My midsection just looks a little bit blurry, but it's okay, it's to be expected. Underrated, good to see the back. You can come in. Not a bad pump at all. Not bad. Dohertys push day, all wrapped up. That was actually a good session. I always enjoy training there. Vibes are high, all motivation on the walls, famous bodybuilders, what's not to love. Sam was just saying she really enjoys the old school equipment, as do I, which I mentioned earlier in the video, but it was a great session. And now we are off home. I'm pretty hungry. I'm very behind on my food. It is now just about to go on 12 p.m. and I've had one meal. So I've got a big afternoon of eating ahead. I've got 5 meals to get in before I go to bed at 9 p.m, which is both a good and a bad thing. A good thing because I get to compile my meals together, fantastic. But a bad thing because it's likely going to impact my scale reading tomorrow. So I'm probably gonna have a little bit more food digesting in my stomach because my meal timings are different. And it's not a big deal, to be quite honest with you, but it is what it is. Nevertheless, I also have 3,500 steps that I need to somehow hit. So hopefully the rain clears up here. Otherwise, I'm probably going to piss Sam off by pacing around our small apartment all afternoon as well. So I've got that to look forward to, and then of course a couple of check-ins that I need to get to as well. But I will likely wrap the video up here. As far as an update on the plan, obviously I am back digging, so we're back into our fat loss phase after a diet break. I'll probably post a video later this week on what that looks like. So my current calories, macros, cardio, all that other good stuff. Likely we'll have a video up on my current anabolic stack as well, and I'll go into dosages and all that other stuff that I kind of leave off of Instagram. To be honest, I don't get into the specifics as much, but I will definitely do that on this platform. So that will likely be it for the video. I didn't want to just fill it with random shit. I haven't got too much else going on this afternoon, so if I think of anything that I feel like talking about, then I may put it in, but if not, then this will conclude this video. So if you have made it this far, thank you, I appreciate it. Nana and Nono, if you're watching this, thank you, I appreciate it.
Like, subscribe, comment.
Hold on, Sam's got something to say. Sam, take it away, honey.
Like, subscribe, comment, share, show your love.
Show your love. Press all of the
Be
buttons.
nice.
Be nice. Nah, it leaves some hate. I don't mind hate. Hate's engagement. Anyway, Sam, send him off.
Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for listening.
Bye.